I can't handle a boy crazy girl. If we're having a girls' night and then you look at me and be like, girl, sorry, I have to go, my man is calling. You are with him every single day. And I see you once a month and you're dipping out.
Yeah.
I'm out. Like, we will just accidentally say something that was like, was that big? Was that bad?
Yeah.
Was that bad? I'm like, you've been canceled. For what?
Ready, set, let's go. I'm on the way up. I'm on the way up. I'm on the way up, going all the way up. I'm on the way up. I'm on the way up. I'm on the way up, going all the way up.
And you're watching the SNS.
Hi friends, we trust you are well. Welcome to another episode of The Hot Seat, brought to you exclusively here on the SNS. Now today I have an amazing guest, but I will let you introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Kendi, fashion and lifestyle content creator. I'm also the face and brand ambassador for Vaseline,
You?
East Africa.
Hell yes!
Yes.
How is that coming along, by the way?
It's amazing. I absolutely love working with them. I think there's just something so nice about being able to work with a brand that you have loved and adored for so long.
Okay.
I was pushing Vaseline before Vaseline even knew I existed. I was there on YouTube being like, you guys, petroleum jelly is my life. Hard.
Yeah.
But yeah, it took 10 years, but they found me.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Maybe you can explain to those people who are new here, even just to the space, the difference between just being on a campaign and then an ambassadorial role. What's the difference between the two?
Well, number one, the difference is the longevity of the contract. So of course it's a much longer contract, but then also you're immersing yourself within the brand. So as a brand ambassador, I'm getting to know more about Vaseline as the actual brand and their products, and being educated through the process with their dermatologists and their scientists that they actually have in their factory, because we have the first lotion that was made for African women for Africans made in Kenya.
Yeah.
Which usually never happens. It's always made abroad and brought to us, and then we're always struggling. So being able to work long-term with a brand that's as good as them is amazing, the educational aspect. And I think because I'm more of I like to teach. I don't necessarily like to just post content just for content's sake. It needs to have some level of education, whether it's how to style something, how to look good in whatever you're wearing, and how to make your skin look good. I like to do that. So being able to work with them helps me focus on that aspect of being able to teach, educate, and also be able to create content online.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And you did mention about speaking, and we've been seeing you do your master classes.
Yeah.
How was that?
I love doing
Going to
master classes. That was one of the best things that I loved. I love working with Vaseline for is the fact that we do monthly master classes in different universities. And that's something I've always wanted to do, because my goal was always to get to the point where I can teach what I've learned. Because content creation is fantastic, but it's also not for the weak. It can also be the absolute ghetto.
Yes.
It's either feast or famine, and you will be in famine for a much longer period than
you
you
will be
are
in
feasting. Yeah. So being able to teach what I have learned, and I know the master classes are shorter than what a traditional master class that I would like to do. Like, instead of a full day, it's like a 1 hour, but at least it gets the major information that you need to know right now on content creation, and then we just go from there. But I am doing another masterclass with Canon, where it's going to be like a full day thing, where we're learning camera, how to use, how to edit, how to get brands to notice you, how to write proposals. So that one's going to be a more immersed and full educational process.
So let's shift gears, Joy, and talk about some of your close friends.
Yes, I like them. What about them?
And specifically, at least as your audience, we have come to consume a lot of material, and even just you being in each other's seasons of life with Chris.
Yeah, that's my girl.
Yeah. So I'm curious, because female friendships definitely have their highs and lows. Have you ever had a serious fallout that made you question your friendship altogether?
I've never had a serious fallout with friends. Like a serious?
Yeah.
Like no.
Like questioning the existence of this friendship.
I've had that in other friendships, but then that's why we're no longer close.
Yeah.
But I've never really had what people have like bad friendship breakups because I read your energy from the get-go.
Okay.
I can already feel out like if we're gonna match up.
Yeah.
And also I have a very, if you know me, I have a very specific type of personality and you have to match that level.
Yeah.
So I'm not for everybody as well.
Okay.
So I've never had a bad friendship breakup, but I have ended friendships just because we're just not in the season that we need to be
Together.
Yeah, yeah.
So with Chris,
Never.
wow.
We've actually only had one fight. And we've been friends since 18, 19.
Care to spill?
No, like it wasn't I swear it wasn't that big of a fight. It was
Yeah.
literally just a miscommunication and we just got mad at each other.
Yeah.
And then we will find the next day. Like we literally talked about it. But also, I think me and my friends just have a general rule.
Okay.
If we have beef, we talk about it.
Okay.
If you don't talk about that beef and then you bring it up 3 years from now, clearly it was not that big of a beef because why is it coming back up
And
3
3
years
years later,
after the
yeah.
fact? Where I'm just like,
Nah,
that's
girl.
not how we deal with that. So, I mean, I think it's very normal to have disagreements and to have some sort of even like small fights with your friends
Yeah.
because those are chosen people that you've chosen to have in your life. So
Yes.
that's like your little extended family. It's, you will disagree, but you just squash, you talk about it.
Yeah.
But what I can't do is having any friend that is boy crazy.
Boy, Chris. Okay.
I can't handle a boy crazy girl. If we're having a girls' night and then you look at me and be like, girl, sorry, I have to go, my man is calling. You are with him every single day. And I see you once a month and you're dipping out,
Yeah.
I'm out. Oh, that actually did happen once with one friend and we stopped being friends that day.
Did you communicate?
Yeah. I just texted, I was like, I just thought it was very disrespectful, it was very rude. I left my house to come see you and you stayed for exactly 30 minutes and then you chose.
Wait, so you left to go see her?
We met at a restaurant.
Oh, okay.
She
And then-
came.
and then
we,
she
we
left.
started having dinner. And
Oh,
then
mid-dinner.
Mid-dinner, the man called.
And she was like,
And she was like, and I was like, oh my
"Gots to
gosh,
go."
is it an emergency? She was
Yeah.
like, no, he just misses me. And I said, bet. You should go.
And be gone.
You should go.
You said be gone.
I went to my
Bye.
real friends immediately after.
Yeah.
And we had a good old time.
Yeah.
And everybody went to their men after.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, catch
Wow.
the boy. Oh, boy crazy
You
girls
said,
are scary.
Sorry, love.
Those girls
sorry.
will leave you on a highway
Yeah.
by yourself with a flat tire because their man has picked them up to go to the club.
What's that thing Kanyimbao says?
Oh, men will leave you in the
Really?
desert with no water.
So
So
is
will
girl
women who
crazy,
are boy,
boy
crazy,
crazy.
girls will leave you in the desert with no water
Yeah.
and be picked up by their man.
Have you gone back to that restaurant? Curious.
Yeah, I
Okay.
love that pepper. Love it. That pepper tree.
No PTSD?
None.
It's like you don't even exist.
That was a moment.
Yeah.
And it was great. Also, the friendship wasn't that long. It was like a year.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So, which Kenyan influencer couple do you not feel is real?
Oh, I could answer the question, but I the issue is I don't want to name any couples because I'm a firm believer in minding my damn business. I mind it so hard.
Yeah.
You show me your man and you say that is the love of my life, and then 2 weeks later you say I can't wait to move out and be single. I'm just like, life happens. I
Yeah.
really don't care why y'all broke up, and I can even give you my Instagram.
Yeah.
I do not follow one IG couple anywhere on the world.
Wow.
Because I genuinely don't care about people's relationships. And that's not in a bad way.
Yeah.
I genuinely just don't care. But when you say you're engaged, yes, queen. I got married. You get it, girl. We're getting a divorce. Girl, life happens.
Yeah.
I can give you my Instagram. I follow nobody. That's a couple.
Yeah.
I follow like people who are in their own relationships. But
Yeah.
not, and
Okay. But you did mention something interesting. You said you could mention, but you don't want to mention
no,
any
it's not that I
names.
could mention. It's like I could answer the question if I had an answer.
You just don't have any.
Because I don't follow any couples.
Okay.
Because I swear, I'm also just that person. As soon as you turn your page into a couples page, I kind of,
Oh, you log out.
I do. And it's not in a bad way. It's just, if I started following you,
Yeah.
and I came here for you and your outfits, and
Yeah.
like, and then now your page just turns into couples challenges.
Yeah, it's just like,
I
hey guys.
love it for you.
Yeah.
But I did not follow your man, and I don't know why he's there all the time.
Like, sorry,
I
love.
could take him back into the closet. I
Yeah.
liked him there.
Okay.
Just show me your outfits and be cute. I can't name any gay.
Okay, girl. Alrighty. Name a Kenyan influencer you think is completely overrated and coasting on vibes.
What life are y'all living? What do I just eat some? Spin it?
Yeah. No, baby, you gotta put your
My gusto.
yes.
I also don't believe in people being overrated. I feel like, especially on social media, people
5.
follow people for the 5th one.
Whichever
1,
direction.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
Oh hell yeah!
But do you feel like there's one
I honestly, the only reason I say I don't believe in anybody being
overrated?
overrated, I think a lot of people are underrated.
Okay.
But I feel like overrated, I feel, is just not an appropriate thing to ever look at, because people follow somebody for a reason.
Okay.
So somebody might look at the content of somebody else and be like, it's so overrated, da 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 da. And I'm like, is it because it's simpler? It's simpler content? But their simpler content
appeals to
a large number of people. So
Yeah.
clearly it's not wrong.
But then when I ask this question,
Yeah.
it is specific to your opinion, like subjective.
No, but like subjectively, I do not think anybody, I'm not even trying to play nice.
Yeah, okay.
I swear to you, I'm not even trying to play nice at all. It's genuinely, I have never gone on Instagram and been like, was so overrated.
Yeah.
I'm literally just like, okay. If I don't like it, I don't like it. If I do, I do. But then also, I can't judge one person because I've saw no. I don't know. I'll just take it.
You're really nice.
I don't think I'm nice. I think it's just, I don't think about it.
Okay. There is
I
nobody
genuinely
joy
don't
that
think
makes you
about
roll
it.
your eyes to the back of your head.
No.
Wow.
Not because they're overrated. I just don't like them
Okay.
as a human. But not because of their
Yeah,
social
okay.
media. And most times, if I don't like somebody, it's because I had an interaction with them that was really bad.
Okay.
And you know who I talk about. I talk about them earlier.
It's okay,
And
girl.
I'm not giving them my time.
Airtime, nothing. Next question.
Am I taking this or no?
Yes, you are.
Oh, okay. It's soy sauce. I think it's low sodium at least. Thank you.
Okay.
Oh. That's cool.
This one you probably already answered it when we had our conversation earlier. But if someone offered you, you said $200 million to
maybe
delete your
USD.
Instagram account,
Yeah.
you would be gone with the wind.
That's a lot of money.
Okay.
Yeah, if somebody offered me and they put it as a stipulation to delete, yes, I'm deleting it. I enjoy making content. Like, okay, so here's the thing.
Yeah.
I am a content creator because I enjoy making content. And because I've already shot the content and edited it, I just started posting it.
Yeah.
And then it just grew. And I did it for 7 years for free.
Yeah.
So I enjoy it. If somebody give me $200 million and give me financial freedom, yes, delete.
Everything.
Delete it.
Gone with the wind.
Delete. But my goal of what would be nice
Yeah.
is if I got the $200 million and I'm just able to just post however I want.
Yeah.
That will give me so much creative freedom.
Yeah.
Because then I can just do whatever I want. I don't have to worry about cussing online. I don't
Yeah.
have to worry about, I can't show this, I can't show that because of brands. I
Yeah.
would just live. So
Yeah,
yes,
no, they
I would. That's so much. If anybody says that they wouldn't, I'm just like, you are choosing
Yeah.
social media fame over financial freedom for you and your family for the rest of your life. That is wild.
Could never be you.
Could never be me. I will be rich as hell in my house.
You will maintain your mystery.
Oh, it will be so lit.
Okay.
And then I might open one in like 10 years and just be like, let's do my Birkin haul.
Yeah.
Just kidding. I would never spend that much money on a bag.
Really?
No. I can't.
Wow.
I can't. I can't even. I think the most I've ever spent on a bag is $200. And that is the most I am ever willing
you
to
were
spend.
like, oh,
and it's
this
only
is-
from one brand that
Yeah.
I'm ever willing to spend that money.
Okay.
And that's just because that brand believed in me before anybody else did.
Yeah.
So when I do buy bags and they're 100% real leather, I
Yeah.
am buying from high design and I'm ordering all the way from India
Yeah.
to come to Kenya. And also, once I worked with them once and I saw how factories work and how leather brands and how they actually function, that's when I realized if you're buying a lot of these huge name brands, a lot of them have the same level of quality as Shein, but like with higher end leather. But the production, like it's not, like you're not actually, the bag is $5,000,
Yeah.
but technically it's the whole thing is actually 90.
Yeah.
So
The rest you're buying
I'd
a
rather
name.
just buy a good brand with good quality, and I don't need the name.
Okay.
A 90K for a belt from Dior is wild. One of my
Or for
friends
some
bought
bathroom
one, and I was
slippers.
so happy for her because that's her thing.
Yeah.
Like, she's a fashion girl. She loves that kind of, and I love that for them, but me, I can't.
I just like that's why I
So
drew the
much
line.
money.
Yeah.
Okay.
On a bag.
I've also been so broke before.
Yeah.
I'm so scared to go back.
Yeah, you're just like poverty.
It
No.
didn't taste nice.
You've been a creator for how many years now?
Since I was 22, I am 37 or 38.
So 15.
I have no idea.
16.
I could also be off by my age. Sometimes I'm off, but I'm either 37 or 38. I don't know.
Okay.
That.
So let's say 15 years.
Okay.
Like a good. So I'm sure there've been a lot of rumors that you've had about yourself.
Yes.
So what's one rumor about you that's completely true, but you've never publicly admitted to? First of all, do you even address rumors?
No,
Okay.
because it's nobody's business. Also, I sometimes really enjoy. I've heard some crazy rumors
Some
that
theories.
I really enjoyed.
Like
But-
which one?
Okay, so I usually don't pay attention to what people say about me on social media. Most of the rumors I've heard is like personal stuff.
Yeah.
The craziest one I'll just say was in college. I just started doing content creation and blah, blah. And there was a boy, actually there was a couple, but there was one specific one
Yeah.
who lied about us hooking up. But the lie was so crazy and so creative.
You were just like, I'm gonna give it to you.
I was just like, at least you added some spice.
Yeah.
Because there was 3 other boys, and I know who you guys are, by the way.
We
Who
are
lied
watching.
about us hooking up.
Yeah.
But there's one, his creative lie was we hooked up, and after my hookup sessions with him, I crave fried chicken a lot. And he would sometimes have to leave the house to go get me chicken. And specifically from like Kenchik. Oh, I liked Kenchik chicken specifically after like our night sessions. It was so random that I was like, I'll give it to you. I don't care. It's so,
What? I'm just like, what? Why?
huh? And when I heard about it, it was like 2 weeks after.
Yeah.
I called him out and he was like, I'm sorry. I think I was drunk. But I remember just being like, at least you were creative. The other ones are just idiots. Yeah, well. But that one at least had some spice.
He said a little bit of razzle
A little
dazzle.
razzle dazzle.
But that's just so. I'm sorry.
It's wild.
I'm trying to move on from it, and I'm like, but why?
Oh, and by the way, if you ever lie about sleeping with someone that you never have slept with, also like me and this boy never even held hands.
Yeah.
We were literally those friends that when you see each other at a club, hello.
Yeah.
But when you lie about
That's
stuff
about
like
it,
that,
yeah.
just know, we as women, we talk about it, and oh my gosh, it's so embarrassing for
Yeah.
you. To lie about a whole body that you've not even been with is so embarrassing. That's
Reminds me
so
of this
embarrassing.
clip from SNL that's going around
Which
where
is?
the audience was supposed. So the host was saying, men ain't, and you know the response. It's
Yeah.
like men ain't shit.
Yeah.
But the audience were told to say what the damn. But they didn't. They actually said shit.
Ain't shit.
And so they had to blurp it.
Yeah.
So it was hilarious.
So you 3, 4 boys, those ones. But specifically, at least the other one was funny. But I forgive. Because it was so stupid.
Yeah. Okay. I am curious. If someone gave you a tell-all book deal about the Nairobi, or let's even just say the Kenyan influencer content creator scene,
Yeah.
and you had to name names.
Wait, start again.
So it's a tell-all book.
Okay.
You are going to spill everything. It was Brenda, Letitia, Dawn, Felicia, Inez, and Aisha, all of them. So, and you had to name names. Who would be in this book, and would you take it?
Is this like almost like a burn book?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. So babes, me, I'm very boring. Let me tell you my name.
Joy,
No.
stop.
Let me explain why.
Yeah.
I literally have the exact same friends that I've had since college. I have never had any bad breakups.
Yeah.
I have zero beef with literally nobody. There's no one for me to burn. I'll take the shot because
Yeah.
there's no one. I have beef with nobody.
all of these years in the
No,
space?
I have beef with other people because of what they did to other people, but that's not
Okay.
my tell-all book.
All right.
Because also I don't
You'd
like
co-write their tell-all book.
like I would help them like with
Yeah.
their book and be like, girl, don't forget about this one person. Remember?
Yeah.
We don't like them. But for me, I'm just like, well, they didn't do anything
Personally to
me.
you.
But also the reason why is because I'm such a loner when
Yeah.
it comes to working.
Yeah.
I kind of just do my thing and I'm at my business. I
Yeah.
go to events, I do my thing, and I go home.
Yeah.
Or I go to my friends.
Yeah.
So if anybody, I don't even have a burn. I have fun stories
Yeah.
that no one will ever know about.
Because I guess
Darling,
we'll
we
never
have
know.
lived. We have lived. And that's not for the internet.
Yeah.
It's for our memories.
Yeah.
And if anybody gets Alzheimer's when we're older, I guess those stories are gone.
Yeah.
And it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. We don't even, like my friends and I, we don't even text anything that happens.
Oh, this is, you save it for in person.
Girl! Girl, when? Friday? Yes. It happens here.
And then it's
As soon
you're at a
as we
restaurant
finish.
and they're like, can we take your order? And
And
guess
you're like,
what?
yes. And then, immediately after,
Yeah.
it's a wrap.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, I'm a firm believer in being able to tell you a story, but then sometimes you don't always have to burn people in the process. That's more my issue about like tell-alls, where
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh, but also I get it. I don't know. I don't have anything to tell all.
Wow.
I kind of just sit down and mind my business. I've had the same 10 friends. None of us have beef. We all just have 5. I'm so sorry.
No worries, babe.
Even my exes, I'm friends with every single one of them. I've never had beef.
So let me, is it like a thank you
I like how
for
I
your
said
service?
every single one of them. There's not that many, but like, yeah.
Is it like a thank you for your service?
Almost, but it's not even
Yeah.
service. It's just like, it didn't work out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. And we're actually cool. Like we'll see each other. You good? You good? You happy? I'm
Yeah.
happy. You happy? You happy? Oh, great. I have kids. Oh my God, you're lying. Ah, congrats. That's it.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need you to
I'm
spin
a
the
very
wheel on that,
chill
sister.
girl. I'm so sorry. I'm not the game for you. Hey, the way I'm on my business.
You ready
Every
to?
day
Oh,
does
now maybe
this.
you can take it from the other side.
Oh shit.
Is it the one we
hell
were?
no. What was the option? What do I do?
You name names.
I have nobody to name.
I am finding that I understand that you've had the same friends over the years. But
Yeah.
even outside of the friendships that you have made and
Even,
solidified,
like,
within the space,
Even within the space, like,
nothing.
no.
Okay.
Friend, like we're still cool. If it's work related, I have beef with like specific agencies and specific individuals. You did something to mess with my money,
Yeah.
and that's where I don't. That's where. Oh! Can I give you a story, but I don't know her name, agency, and then we'll call it even.
We can call her Jane Doe.
You can, because I actually don't know her name. We only
Okay.
worked together once.
Okay.
And I had to give a very scathing letter to the boss because I was
Yeah.
just like, never again will I work with this woman. Like,
Yeah.
I physically cannot.
Yeah.
She was working underneath an agency, and we were I don't want to name the brand because it's not their fault, but it was a job, and this person, because within that contract,
Yeah.
we're not allowed to use sexuality to sell product. So you can't just be in a bikini for no reason. You can be if it makes sense, like you're at the beach or whatever. But if you do that, you're allowed, like if it's in a 6-month period, 90% of your content, actually 95% of your content cannot be anything that looks sexual.
Yeah.
You can look sexy in a dress, but you can't help it. Like
Yeah.
that's just, you're hot. But overtly sexual. This girl, to this day, I don't even know why we have beef.
Yeah.
But when she sent the report to their main offices outside the, like that's like you going to the boss's boss.
Yeah.
When she sent my report to this person, only putting the post that I did in a bikini. 4 posts.
Yeah.
Mind you, in a 6-month period, I was doing 4 posts a month.
So she could have, she
She
took like an
intentionally
average for one,
chose,
yeah.
and then I got a long email from the head offices
that must have
being
been
like,
daunting.
this is like, you need to, there was also like, they were about to call a meeting until somebody within the same agency was like, that is so bizarre, why did she send that?
Yeah.
They corrected the email and sent the proper report. So she actually omitted things, like she
Yeah.
took stuff out to get me fired. Don't know this girl, by the way. Met her once. Oh, and during that time, we had a meeting, and it was during the Ducid attacks.
Yeah.
This girl, we were at the meeting during the Dusit attack, and then a couple of hours, we had the meeting first, then she left, then we had to stay because we just had other work to do.
Yeah.
And while we were having lunch, the attack happens. She knows I was in the attack.
Yeah.
I didn't get home until 7. This same girl texts me the next morning being like, so when are the videos going to be coming out that we agreed upon? So when are you going to send us the first draft? I'm just like, if you think I'm going to be even in front of a camera for the next week, you're on drugs.
She was like, trauma aside.
Yeah, like, so when are you going to be able to post tomorrow? Mind you, like, the attack is like one day, then she's giving me one day to rest. Like, so can you go back to social media the next day? I'm just like, are you on, like, nobody's posting, first of all. Secondly, so I'm supposed to just casually be like, yeah, I know. Anyways, eyelashes, we love. Anyways, never spoke to her ever since. She got fired, apparently, the same, like, 2 weeks later.
Karma is a bitch.
Don't mess with people's money.
Period.
Trying to get me, I don't even know. See, that's why my book will be so short. I don't even know this girl's name. But she would be
like
in
the
that
beginning
book.
was the end.
That she'd be the first page and the last.
Yeah.
Bloody idiot.
Is it just me who, when people inconvenience me to such extents, I wish them, you know how they say don't wish ill on your enemies? Oh, I wish you inconveniences.
Oh, I wish you so many inconveniences.
Yeah.
I wish her a lot of inconveniences. I wish...
And valid.
Yeah. And like nothing that's gonna like ruin her life, but just make it just a little bit
Make
more
your
like...
day a bit longer.
Like I want every single time you wear stockings, they always run.
Yeah.
But never when you first, I want them to run when you're in the car, 2 minutes away from the location.
Yes.
And I need it to run from like the thigh going all the way down to the knee to the back of the leg. It needs to be a full run. I want all of your remote batteries to always be low.
Yeah.
But like low enough to where it can still work, but you've got to do a lot of...
No, I'm about to update my list. I'm like remote batteries.
Yeah, or like you always have to take them out and try to chew the battery a little bit to get it to work properly for that one day.
The chewing of the batteries.
It's so dangerous. But like I just want that level of inconvenience.
Yeah.
I want like the razors on her, her razors for her legs to always be like a little like blunt. Like so it's not always getting all the hairs.
Yeah.
There's always one that's like always like struggling. I want all your tweezers to be blunt. You'll never be able to ever do your eyebrows easily.
Yeah.
You're always gonna be fighting with the same hair, trying to pull it out, but your tweezers too blunt. That's what I want.
I like that. Because people are always like, you can't wish ill. I wish.
No, just
I wish
inconvenience.
for me it's usually if you are walking in socks and you step on a paddle.
Yeah. Oh, that. Oh, yes. Or like you're
So
washing
good.
dishes with your gown and then water
And then-
gets inside,
yes.
but like inside.
Yes.
So now you have to change your gown.
Yes.
And you know that's your favorite gown.
Yeah.
It's your favorite home gown. Nope, you
Yes.
gotta get the old crappy one that you don't like anymore. That's what I want.
Yeah. I hope when you're having the longest day and you're wearing, let's say, something like a derrick and the door
Catches it and then it
Yes.
rips a hole.
Yes.
But then now you have to change your dira.
Yeah.
But you're fine.
Or even
you
just,
didn't get hurt.
even if it just grabs you, that would be your
Oh, and then
13th
just like
reason.
and it just like throws you off a little bit. No, I need it to rip because that one always hurts more.
Yeah.
Especially when you go and you hear that rip sound. You're just like, oh, I hope all your diras are always open. Like the seam has always unhooked and like it's always open just on one side.
Yeah.
So that every single time you go to sleep, your boob always falls out, and you're just like, oh, that's what I wish for her.
We almost changed the video to
Girl.
inconveniences to wish upon your worst enemies, your arch nemesis.
Your steamer never steams right. Your clothes are always a little
Or every
wrinkled.
time you iron, you know how like before it gets hot,
Yeah.
it starts wet.
Yes.
Yes.
No, I don't want that. I want your iron to always have a little bit of like plastic that was burnt on that you don't realize until you iron. And then every single time it swipes, it now makes it dirty.
Yeah.
And now it has burnt whatever was on the iron on the clothes. Even washing it wouldn't fix it. But again, you're fine. You just hella inconvenience.
Someone will be in the comment section like, the girls need to heal. And I'm like,
Girl, ooh, I hope that your nail always lifts. Just on the edge though.
Yeah.
Over here, like where you can get a little bit of water inside.
Yeah.
And every single time you do this to your hair, it catches and you feel like,
yeah.
you know what I'm talking. That's what I hope for her. Ooh, I hope all of your wigs, I can do this for days.
Cool.
I hope all of your wigs are
Yeah.
all synthetic. Where, you know where when you get a long wig and
Yeah.
a synthetic one, the ends start getting all matted.
Frizzled, yeah.
And then you just always have to keep chopping. And then
Yeah.
I hope
It's
all
gonna
your
be a
wigs are
bomb.
always, no, but even when you keep chopping, you get one good day and then the next day immediately frazzled. And you just have to keep
Cutting.
I hope your lace never melts. Oh, I hope your lace never melts. Ooh.
Yeah.
That's what I hope for her. And also lifts kidogo, but always just on the edge. And you always have a high ponytail, so it just lifts right here. Oh, and your eyelashes, your strips, always loose on the corner in here.
Yeah.
And you never
And
can
it's
get
always
it.
lifting.
And it's always lifting, and you can never get it. You can never get it to just sit. And I hope that you never learn to cut your strips in half so that you can avoid that. So I hope that you always wear long strips and they never fit. I'm done.
Okay.
I hope your deodorant always leaves white marks on all your black dresses. Every single time you wear it.
You know, we need a list of all of these things.
I'm done now.
Okay. Now, when it comes to fashion,
Yes.
let's talk about your fashion. Who is an idol of yours?
Oh, Rihanna, always and forever.
Riri never goes
Riri,
wrong.
Tracy Ellis Ross, always and forever.
Yeah.
Those two, always.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, you've had a lot of collections with Vivo.
Yes.
How has that process been like so far?
It has been amazing. I don't think, okay, so we also, this is a side note.
Yeah.
We're not all meant to be boss babes. We're not all meant to start companies. And it is okay. I'm not that person. So being able to actually be able to create a fashion line
Yeah.
without actually having to know the business end of anything. Vivo, thank you. Y'all just keep sending me how many we've sold every single month. It's done well. We've sold out.
Yeah.
You'll write me a check when I'm excited.
Yeah.
I've done nothing.
Yeah.
I helped create the collection. I helped sell it online, which is what I'm good at. And then they did the fabrics and the sewing. I didn't even have to look for a tailor.
No, yes.
Yeah,
yes,
and then we're just
yes.
like, let's cinch that up.
Yeah.
Who cinches it up? I don't know, but it's a very amazing, hardworking person inside Vivo.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Would you create your own?
Never in life.
Okay.
Girl,
All
I'm
right.
not built to do business.
Okay.
Oh my, invoices to people, many? Oh, I'm never gonna pay anybody on time. I have ADD. Oh, actually ADHD, apparently it's now been moved.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't. I'm not built.
Okay.
And I like to work alone.
But it would make so much sense though. Do you know what I mean?
It does if you, Chris,
Yeah.
she's a very business-minded person. Chris is, she likes to joke, I'm like, "Kikuya."
Yeah.
She is though.
Yeah.
Like, she is very business-minded.
Yeah.
She knows how to detach from a project and be like, this is icon. I'm not icon. I need to sell for the people just
Yeah.
because, like, you know, a lot of people have this mentality, especially when they're trying to do a clothing line or whatever. I wanna put people in clothes that I would wear.
Yeah.
And that's cute and gravy, like once in a while, but you also have to think about numbers at the end of the day. So you need to have a variety
Yeah.
of things. So I'm that person of, I need guidance on being like, I like that, let's make it shorter. Not everybody wears some whole stuff, girl.
Yeah.
And you're like, you're right, we can make it longer, never mind. And that's the thing, like, you need to
Yeah.
have somebody who has the mentality to be able to detach themselves from the business and think business-wise.
Yeah.
And I'm not.
Which
like,
is interesting
vibes.
because even as a creator, you're also an entrepreneur or a
Yeah.
businesswoman to some extent. And I've always found it interesting when there's advice given out for us to detach
Yeah.
from the very thing. Like there's, of course, for example, she has a tangible business.
Yeah.
So which is Icon and then Chris Jockey.
Yes.
But I think when it comes to like most content creators, you are the content.
Yeah.
And so have you been able to navigate having to detach, or are you just, we are one?
So for me, like just content creation in
Yes.
general, I've also had to, like, you have to in general have to learn how to detach.
Yes.
Because at the end of the day, the person who matters the most is the person who's writing you the check.
Yes.
So if you're working for a client and they want a specific type of video and it's not your type,
Yeah.
a lot of brands will literally be like, we're doing a 3-month campaign. One of the videos has to hit this mark.
Yeah.
And it has to be very educational. It needs to be this, it needs to be that. So you do one video where you're like, it's not my aesthetic.
Yes.
But it makes you, the client, happy. And then now after that, the other content, we can have fun and you need to be able to detach and be like, you know what, I'm doing this as a creative, in a creative space, being paid in an advertising type of thing.
Yeah.
You just have to suck it up and do it that way. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. especially for longevity. You just have to. Not everything has to go with your vibe.
And not everything is a fight.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes it's just one post. Post it.
Yeah.
Next time, now do
move
your
on.
fun transitions and da 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 da. Yeah, it's not the end of the world.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Okay. So a lot of these questions we've actually answered, but we can just do a few more.
Also, let me just add one more thing.
Yes.
About detaching also. That also works with rate cards.
Okay.
Stop sending rate cards according to feelings. There are a lot of people who are just like, I should be
feel
pay-
like.
I charge 350K per post, and then when you ask them for like why,
Yeah.
they can't give you an actual tangible reason why. There's some people who like their content is just is shot on their phone, edited on their phone. Like the level of production is not that intense.
It's minimal.
It's minimal. That you did it in like less than 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And your engagement might not be able to reach that amount for the 350. So now you have to give why.
Yeah.
So if your thing is always just like, but I am.
Yeah.
Do you know who I
feel
am?
like.
I feel.
Yeah.
No, you gotta be very structurally, this is how much I'm charging per post.
Yeah.
And you asked for this, so the price is gonna have to go up because of production.
Yes.
The editing, everything, yeah. So you have to take out your feelings and come out with just math.
Dear content creator,
Math.
that was for you. I feel like a part of this video has been part Joy Kendi, but also part teaching.
Yeah, which is what I like
Which is
to
what
do.
you do, yeah. So, okay. Now, when it comes to brands, what is the most, let's say, engaging or enjoyable brand you have worked with, and which one was the least, and why?
Actually, I don't mind even saying, I'll start with the least.
Okay. She's like, them wins.
Nope, I'm
them
good.
wins.
No, I'm good.
Uh-huh.
Yves Saint Laurent.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I can say it. We tried to do a campaign, actually dropped out of the campaign halfway.
Why?
It was too complicated. I can't, like, if we're working on something and I send you a script and you approve the script and then I shoot the script and I send it to you and then you make crazy changes that require me to reshoot.
Sorry, love.
And if that happens multiple times, I can't.
Oh, no, that's very frustrating.
Or if I've edited everything and then after like the fourth edit change, I receive, can you change the music? People don't know how big of a deal it is. You cannot change, you cannot.
Yeah.
I think it was actually change the music where I was just like, I'm out. I'm done. I'm good.
Yeah.
Changing music after 7 edits, you basically have said re-edit from scratch.
Yes.
Because you have to take everything apart and now
Yeah.
realign it now to the new song. A song that I should have been given
From
prior.
the word go, yeah.
So that was the worst.
Yeah.
Best, Vaseline, always and forever. Love working with Vaseline. Love working with Tanqueray. Love working with them. Loved working with Garnier. Like most of the other brands that I've worked, if you've seen me work with somebody for like more than once,
Yeah.
great. Love it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Sorry to that brand.
It's okay. I wasn't even, like it was,
Yeah.
that day pissed me off.
This is not particularly a question that requires you to spin the wheel, but there's been a lot of conversation within the industry about copying versus inspiration. And I'm curious, for someone who has been in the space for quite a while, what do you feel about that?
There's nothing new on
Okay.
the internet ever. There's nothing that has been invented. There's nothing new. So for me, the only way I actually consider something copying is if somebody actually like copied like your concept of a video,
Yeah.
like even down to the cuts. Then you're just like, okay, yeah, you just straight
You
up
just- yeah.
copied. But we are all doing the same thing. Like
Yeah.
I did a video for Dochi, give me purr, give me. 100 other people have done a
done
similar
that.
concept
Yeah.
of like the camera moving around. Like there's nothing new. I've seen people beefing on, especially on TikTok. I love TikTok. Oh my God. American TikTok is my favorite. When they got banned for those 12 hours, I was so sad. Because I have never met a group of people who put their business out on the internet more than them.
Yeah.
And they bring it to you. Like you don't even have to look. It's not
yeah.
gossip. It's literally, why I left my husband after 17. I love it. I'm just like, give me
Everything.
all of it. So
Yeah.
like I've been seeing a lot of creators like in the US like always fighting over the weirdest things.
Yeah.
I saw 2 couples who are both married to Indian men and the women are white and they're fighting over, you stole my idea. The idea was, let me make the lunch for my Indian husband. everybody cooks, everybody posts content for their kids, for like
It really doesn't matter.
And she's
Potato,
like,
potato.
She's also copying my plates. It's those Indian, the metal ones.
Yeah.
With all the Indians were on the internet being like, we all have those plates.
Yeah, it's
You
like
don't
it's
own
okay.
it. And then the fact that it was two white women fighting over who's allowed to make Indian food
You don't find that
is
suspicious.
wild.
Dr. Omar will be having a field trip only that they're not black. So
Wild. Oh God, Dr. Omar is in that. I don't. Wait, which one is Dr. Omar?
the one who's black women always, snow bunnies never.
Oh, him.
You don't like Dr. Omar?
I don't know.
I
feel
find
like
him
I've
hilarious.
seen like other videos of him, which I feel like it's like unnecessarily like just not my vibe.
Okay. Gotcha.
He's just not for me.
Meanwhile, I'm just here like Dr. Omar. I love, like, there's this funny clip that's going around for, he's reading the comment section.
Yeah.
On a live, and he's like, Ati, I need to look for it, but he's like, something like, you look delectable or something. And he's like, what do you mean by that? What do you mean by that?
Oh, see, my thing is, I think just in general, I kind of just skew further away from like any content that is always driven from a place of negativity. At least for me, anything
okay.
I've ever seen with him, it's him being angry at something.
Yeah.
I've never seen like a video of him being like, I want to shout out this black queen right here. She's beautiful. It's always, she's beautiful. She's da 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 da. White bunnies never. Where I'm just like, damn.
But that's true. That's true. His
just-
content is somewhat aligned to the detriment of someone.
Somehow. It's,
Yeah.
also, it's like also like when I see, actually no. But yeah, it's like this, it's just, it's, like sometimes let's be positive.
Yeah.
It's like when people say like, no, but Wendy Williams did the same thing. No, Wendy Williams gave pop culture news.
Yes.
Would she talk some ish?
Yeah.
Yes. But then literally in the same sentence, she'll be like, oh my God, guess who's got a new album out? I'm so excited. Like it's
Yeah.
just pop culture news as opposed to divorce, cheating, divorce. Well, I'm just like, can we all just sometimes smile?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And my last question, I wanted to leave it on something fun.
Okay.
But I know that we are both fiends of the Real Housewives franchise.
All day, every day.
So I have two questions.
Yeah.
Or are they three? They're two.
Yeah.
Number one, Real Housewives of Nairobi. Who do you think should not make it to the next season? Number two, would you be a part of the Housewives? Maybe let's start with number two.
Never.
You wouldn't do reality?
Never.
Okay.
I'm too boring. I don't like my business out on the internet. I also just don't like my life being a point of discussion. Now, do I like consuming it? Yes, because I am okay with adults making the choice
Yes.
to put their business out on the internet. So I would never do it because I'm also very weak. I'm like,
You're so-
I'm so soft.
You're sensitive.
Don't make me cry. Like, I'm gonna cry. Every time I'm gonna cry.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I wouldn't because people are just mean as hell.
Very.
Very mean. Also, I've seen that, like, apparently you can sometimes, like, production can start at, like, 9 a.m., but then you don't start shooting until 5 p.m. Can't function that way.
Yeah.
I'm such a let's get
it
done person. But who should I... Can I be honest? I really did enjoy Real Housewives, but the last season I didn't get past 3 episodes.
So this is on 2 now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
season 3.
Oh, wait, season
Wait,
3?
was it? See, the last season was season 3, or was it season 2?
Just
the
hold
last
that,
season.
Hold that thought,
I
because
can't
I
remember.
have my show max here.
But I didn't
can
go
just check.
past 3 episodes. I can't remember her name, but she was just pissing me off.
Okay.
Oh God, what was her name?
Ask up not to track. Okay, let's search right now.
So honestly, I don't even know. Me, as long as is Minnie gonna be on it?
Okay, so
She's my fave. I like a girl who can, like, anyone who's got a sharp tongue.
yeah.
That's the thing. Okay, here's the thing I love about social media. Real Housewives, anything. My favorite character is anyone who can dish it out as good as they can.
They can take it, yeah.
And somebody who has a sharp tongue.
Yeah.
Don't start nothing on any Real Housewives thing if you cannot
Yeah.
give it back fast. And you have to be fast
And lethal and brutal.
lethal and like hurt. And then, I mean, do they apologize usually after? Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
But like, you need to be very quick with it. So I know who I like. I like Minnie.
Okay. So this was season 2, and the last season had Dr. C, Zena, Mine, Vera, Farah.
I like
and
Vera.
Dr. Did I already say Dr. C?
Yeah. So Dr. C.
Yeah. So Dr. C, Zena, Farah, Mine.
Did you watch the last season?
And yes, I did.
Was Dr. C doing too much?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm not crazy.
No, you're
It was
not.
She was doing too
Yeah,
much.
it felt a bit too animated.
It
for
felt
my
performative.
liking. Yes. It's like NC.
Yeah, like, and don't get me wrong, I love performative. Like, what's her name? Kenya? Twirl. Like,
Gone with the wind.
Gone with the wind, fabulous. Like, all of it is performative in its own way.
Yeah.
But like, there's a performative where you're just like, yes, and then there's just like, okay.
Now you're pushing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So who would you like on the next season? Is there
Mine,
any
as long
person?
as she's on it.
Just like anything
Mine,
Mine.
her mouth. I also really like Vera.
Yeah.
I really like Vera. I think it's just also because we're seeing her in like a way that you like. If you just know, like, I only know her from Instagram, so being able to see her outside of Instagram,
yeah,
I think it's nice. Actually, I need to watch the rest of the season. I think I'll do that. I accidentally got myself in. I stopped watching Love and Hip Hop for a while, and I started binging because I wanted to catch up.
Yeah.
With Lil Scrappy and all of them. And I accidentally got into that by mistake. So let me get back into
Who would you cast for season 3 other than Mine? Like somebody who's not in the franchise, but you'd be curious to see them in the franchise.
I wouldn't necessarily even, like...
Nobody crosses your mind?
No, just because I know she's really funny and she's got a really sharp tongue.
Yeah.
And I think she'd be great. Just because she's got a really sharp tongue. Kate, the actress.
Yeah.
That girl can
give
it. That, I don't know.
Yeah.
Because now I'm also trying to think of, like, who do I not, like, me, it's people that I know personally. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
But I'm happy with who's there so far.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna say Zari, but she's on Rich Kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zari, the boss lady?
Yeah, but she's on Rich Kids, so she's
Okay.
fine.
All right.
So you just asked me who would I like to see on it.
Curious, now that we talk about Zari, young, famous, and African, there was this whole conversation on who should join. We need a Kenyan there. Which Kenyan would you send to young, famous, and African?
I need somebody who, like, first of all, bank. Because you need to go in there with, like...
Big shmoney.
Yeah.
With Swanky and his capes from here too. Yeah.
I also want somebody who I don't know. That's what I'm trying to... Like, I want somebody who I would be like, we're learning something new. I can't... Huda?
Really?
Yeah.
That is so interesting.
Because I've never seen her outside of social media. I think it would be nice to, like, I know she's done a lot of things. I don't mean like that. I just mean, like, that's how I know her through Instagram. I think it would be nice to see her, because I really like her fashion, number one.
Okay.
Girl can dress. So I'd love to see her just for the outfits. She would do really well there, because fashion. I'd like to see her, like, I'd like to see her. Yeah. Just out of curiosity.
Okay.
Yeah. And I find her very pretty.
Oh no, she's gorgeous.
She's stunning.
Say what you say, but she's gorgeous.
Oh, one thing that you can never say about that girl. Face card and body has never
declined. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
But that's, I'd pick her just because I don't know her though.
Yeah.
I'd like to see her in her
More
element.
of her.
And I'd like to see she has a sharp tongue.
I think she has.
I think so.
From back in the day, if it's still written.
Right?
She,
yeah. So I think she'll be able to give it as back. Good as she can take it. Yeah. So I'd say her. Like anybody else, I'd just be like, hey, I don't know. Everybody else is literally personally Chris. She wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
And she's like me, mind her business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What happened to your YouTube?
I stopped going outside. I stopped having things to shoot. Also, I got into depression.
Okay.
And I just could not, like, it's easier to do short form content when you're like in a dark area because you can like suck it up for like a couple of hours and like just churn it out, and then you can edit it down to like a minute or two less to where you don't look as sad as you feel. Yeah. YouTube, after a while, like within 15 minutes, I think you can like tell when somebody's struggling online and you're just like forcing yourself to do something that you don't want to do. And I'm trying to get back into it. Okay. So I'm just first trying to get a rhythm of living and doing things. Yeah. And I leave the house. There was a time I didn't leave the house for 45 days.
45 days?
I didn't go outside the front door. Can you imagine that YouTube video? It would have been 45 minutes of how many ways do you want to take a nap? On the bed, in the couch, in the guest room. Hey!
And how
45
have
days.
you been coping?
I just had to like figure out my mental health.
Because there was a time I remember you were very vocal and vulnerable on your stories about.
It was once, but yeah.
Okay, that one time.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it was just. I think one thing about depression that people don't realize is that you don't know you're in it until you're like balls deep in it. Like, so you don't see the signs of like you're slowly getting into it before you find yourself now being like, I've been in bed for 2 weeks. That's not normal.
Yeah.
And then that's when you're just like, uh-oh.
Okay.
Yeah. So now the getting out was the hardest part because I think in my head I had the mentality of like, once you acknowledge it and you try fixing it, like it can be done like in a week, 2 weeks,
and we're back to normal.
Yeah, it took like 7 months.
Yeah.
I told myself January 1st, we're back on it. Because I did social media for this entire time.
Yeah.
Every single day. I was working during Christmases, all holidays. During my birthdays, I was shooting content to give for like birthday surprise.
Yeah.
Surprise, but like birthday content.
Yeah.
I was shooting through every single aspect in life that like, I think it was also partly my body was just crashing because I was a workaholic for so long.
Yeah.
So my body also just forced myself to crash. And so we just crashed, we're depressed, and also going through like a creative block at like simultaneously, and then still having to find a way to churn out content. And like those ones where it would take me like almost like a week to shoot one video.
Yeah.
And then it takes me almost 2 weeks to edit it. And then I'm just not
Before
on
you
social
decide to
media for
script
like
it out.
3 weeks.
Yeah.
And then after, but then by the 3 week mark, you're like, I don't like it anymore. I look so sad.
Yeah.
Delete. I have a whole hard disk with like at least 7 months worth of content that I've not edited.
Is it ever gonna see?
I don't think so because I tried opening one and I started crying because I looked
Because then
so sad.
it's very reminiscent of that
yeah.
time.
And then I'm seeing the raw, so I'm seeing myself being like,
Yeah.
stop crying, okay. Hey guys, I was seeing the outtakes and I'm just like, I can't edit this because I can't keep seeing myself crashing out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're just starting anew. We might get back on YouTube.
Okay.
But I think they're gonna put stickers and stuff. I don't know. Caption. I don't know. Or just tag my page and then y'all will find it there. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And we're
you for
looking forward to
sharing.
the year.
Thank you for sharing. What's a project that you are excited about? If you can give us an exclusive before we close off.
A project that I'm really excited about. I think something that I really just want to do more of is just more collaborations for more clothing lines. Because I've really enjoyed the process of creating something for other people.
Yes.
That's not just for consumption. Like you can wear it, style it, and then us going through the process of styling it together. So that I know is something that I want to continue, and I'm already in the talks of working on that. So I'm very excited about that.
Okay.
I don't want to say what just yet, because the internet, there's a lot of evil eyes.
Yeah.
You can't be telling everybody your actual business.
Yeah.
Keep like your good things to yourself, and then when it like release it when it happens.
Yeah.
That's something I can also tell for free to all my youths. Stop giving the internet all your information. They seem like your friends, but they're also the same people who are the fastest to bring you down when anything happens. Yeah. So I can't say what it is, but I'm excited. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be stuff that we like.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's gonna cover some body parts.
Do we have a timeline?
Soonish.
Okay.
I don't want to say nothing. Just
stay on the know.
Oh, in 2 weeks or a month. What
And
happened?
then something happens.
Life happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. So soonish. Yeah.
And you said life happens, and I just remembered something I was supposed to ask in the beginning. Podcast.
Oh yeah. See, life happened with that. We shot 4 episodes. 2 of them I edited.
And give me, I'll post them here.
Girl.
Give them to me, I'll post them.
So Jackie and I, backstory, we were supposed to do a podcast together. We even did a whole teaser. I think it's
I
on
remember.
Jackie's TikTok.
Yes.
Girl, we shot videos.
Yes.
We realized halfway through that we might need some time. Because it's not like, I think she and I are just nervous being around each other because once you say something on podcasts, we can't unsay it. And we're so scared to say something that we think is not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
And then everybody else loses their damn mind.
Yeah.
And then now we have to fight for our lives in comment sections. We're not there yet. Again, softies.
Someone who says something, you start levitating.
Like we would just accidentally say something that was like, was that big? Was that bad?
Yeah.
Was that bad? Like, you've been canceled. What?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, you know that thing of like when you're hanging out with your friend, you
Yeah.
just don't know what you're gonna say.
Yeah.
And then also editing. I know it can be edited, but something will slip up.
Yeah.
Something always
And
slips.
and it will be taken out of context.
Always say, and then you have to over-explain. Also, that's another issue. I'm so scared of podcasts.
Yeah.
You can't. Podcasts are supposed to be, it's like girls sitting at a table, like we're just talking, kitchen table talk.
Yeah.
So you always need to like listen to somebody speak, but also realize that there might be a piece of something that you're missing out of the story.
Context.
I cannot stand how every single, I delete stories all the time, not like before I post them, because I'm just like, now do I have to do a whole
To go back.
and like be like, okay, I didn't mean it like that. I mean that, because everybody always needs, but it sounded like.
But that's not what. But that.
But that's not what I said.
Yeah.
It sounded, but what I meant was, and
Yeah.
that's just too much work.
Okay.
I don't know how you do it.
I usually don't have fight in me.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm just like, it's okay. You can.
Have you
it's
ever been
also-
cancelled? This is your turn.
Have I ever been cancelled?
Have you ever been cancelled?
I know it brought a lot of conundrum when I hosted a sexologist. And of course, his opinions are his opinions based on his experience. And people were writing me think pieces as to how I am promoting for young people to have. I don't know if they meant if she in
Like
if
your
she
marital
fe-
sex?
yeah.
Or like, oh.
It felt like I'm egging people on to be, what is the word, promiscuous and just have
Are you
sex
like
and go crazy.
Aren't you a grown-ass woman?
Yeah. I usually don't respond. I let them.
Those think pieces?
Essays. I used to really enjoy your content, but now I don't see and X and Y and Z. And
How do you
everybody should read The Let Them Theory by Mel Robbins. It will
Yeah, just let
literally
them
liberate you.
I agree, but then I'm
Yeah.
also a softie. I let people do their thing, but then also I'm just like, I also don't give you anything.
Yeah.
So that you can't. I'm a softie.
Yeah.
Wait, so you guys were being attacked? So you were being attacked
Yes.
because of another man's opinion?
Yes.
That's wild.
For having him on my platform. It's almost like, and I was just like, but he's the professional. Whom am I to argue?
Yeah, but who
Yeah.
else, would it have been better if it was a female?
I don't know.
Girl.
And you know, also his delivery is very raw. It's not soft or anything. It was very much as if I will send you the link and you watch the episode and
I'm so
maybe
curious,
you can
'cause
see
I'm
why
just like,
it tickled some people.
some feathers,
It
just ruffled some
Yeah.
feathers, just a little shake
Yeah,
up.
just
Oh,
think
that's crazy.
pieces and DMs and it's like, yeah, what are you? And I was just like, is it ever that serious?
See, that's the part that I'm confused about. Like
Yeah.
when you have like a platform, like especially when you're doing a podcast or something like that, are you obligated to reply
No.
to the backlash?
No. I choose not to.
Okay.
I was telling you about my other personal conundrum that I was quiet about it for a year. It probably
Oh,
eats
like
you
you're
from
just
the
like,
inside.
we have actual problems. So
Yes.
let's actually
So
talk
I'm just
about
like-
this is not it.
If all of these things were $1 and
Yeah.
something, then yeah. So I just choose to. Most times I don't engage
you
because I don't
can.
want to give. Oh, I would happily read you for filth, but I'm just like I don't want to give it
So
any
you actually
more.
don't have to.
Yeah, I
that
don't
was
want
my
to
thing.
give
I
it
always
any
thought
more
that you
power.
have to, because in my head I'm like,
No.
if I start, I can't stop.
And then now what? We'll be in the comment section like now what?
That's my issue, because I don't know how to ignore.
Yeah.
And also my issue is that they're actually I can ignore.
Yeah.
I'm very comfortable with ignoring. My issue is there's some people who don't like to be ignored. So like they'll start off on like one area,
Yeah.
and then when you don't respond, now they start coming to your DM. When you don't respond there, now they'll come to another post. Like, you know, like where you're just like, bro, it's been 7 weeks.
Like-
also you're giving single white female. You're
Yeah.
giving I'm obsessed with you. 'Cause
Yeah.
I've never understood the concept of not liking somebody piece of content, and then being like, me, I don't like it. Hey,
Hi.
hey, me, I don't like. You haven't seen my comment. Wait,
Yeah.
I'm not in your DMs. I don't
Yeah.
like it. It's so bizarre. I'm just like, imagine, take a breath.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Just go touch some grass.
Maybe you like the next one.
Yeah.
And again, if you don't like it, unfollow.
Yeah.
It's
So
so
I take it like this one, then it wasn't for you.
Yeah.
And that's okay. Because I'm like, now we start fighting in the comment section. I did
And you
respond to,
shouldn't.
someone we had Savara
Yeah.
over some time back. And the question was an overrated artist you found based on your interactions. This is solely from the people you've interacted with.
Yeah.
And he mentioned someone and we moved on very quickly. And when I tell you it was a whole thing, someone was like, why am I using my platform to let other people not advocate in I think a proper way for other artists? And so I responded and I said, this question is solely based for their interactions. I'm not here to guide an artist to bash another. It's literally based on his interactions, and he should be able to speak
And like
his,
it's
preach his piece,
his
opinion.
Yeah.
I have not interacted with
story.
whoever. Exactly. And this can be, we can just take it as is instead of people like to, it's like, what is the word? It's like an agenda. It's like something. And I'm like, this was not a setup. We have no agenda. The question was simple. And as you saw, he answered and moved on. And they continued commenting.
You're really good at
And
this, by the way.
commenting. And I was
You
like,
speak very well.
oh, thank you.
Sorry, like not so off. As a host on a
Thank
show,
you.
it's not an easy thing
Yeah.
to like keep. And also, like okay.
So yeah, so I responded, and in my mind when I responded, I was like, oh, this is just to let them know. And girl, I should have just sat there and ate my food, because he continued on this journey. Other people joined in. When other people joined in, I was like, okay, take it over from there.
Y'all enjoy. I'm out.
So yeah, you definitely, with platforms like this where people speak freely,
Yeah.
definitely.
Eventually.
Yeah.
See me, I'm just so scared of it eventually. And also, I'm so scared that I'm gonna micromanage and just delete everything, like every single clip.
In the beginning, it was like that. In the beginning, I was very much like, take out from minute 0:13 to 1:40. But then when I think about it, I'm like, in that moment, it was intended to be heard.
Yeah.
So just let it stay, and if you cut, you cut. Let them, and let me.
Word.
So I'm gonna need to see those podcast episodes and
Girl.
see what we can do.
I would also like to see them.
You haven't?
No.
Okay. So they're just somewhere on a hard drive.
They're in a hard drive edited. We have 2 edited. We have actually literally, we've been doing this for a year.
Yeah.
We have, Jackie, bib. Aki bib.
Yeah.
We need to get
Release
serious.
them.
Maybe not those ones. We can start again. It's
Okay.
But we have planned 750 meetups at either one of our houses to have drinks and watch the episodes fully. And every single time we meet up, somehow the TV never gets turned on. The bottles stop popping. Then before
Girl.
we know it, it's like 3 a.m. and we're just like,
We wrap it up.
well, we've caught up on everything else
Yeah.
except the one thing that we were supposed to. I think we don't want to watch that. I think we just, if we're going to do it, we're just going to reshoot. I think that's what's happening.
And I guess maybe after you post, just release your phone. Most times when I post, it's like, thank you.
Oh, no, I have 0 notifications on.
Okay.
That's why. That's also why I never know what's ever happening.
Yeah.
I have 0. My phone does not make a noise. I have no notification for anything.
For nothing.
Text,
Unless you go to check.
WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook. My phone is dead. It's fantastic.
Quiet.
It's so quiet. And then by the time you've come in, there's already so much that's happened. It's hard for you to catch up. So
You're
if
just
there's
like,
anything horrible, that's why when you asked me about the rumors thing, I was like, girl, I don't know. I might have been tagged, but then by the time I'm seeing it, the tag has moved so far down into the list that I'm just like, I missed it. Yeah.
Okay. In the beginning, saying this will be 30 minutes. We've been yapping for an hour almost.
And I've only got to take one thing.
You actually owed us a short.
Did I?
Yeah.
I would
the one for the tell-all book.
even rather take alcohol. Like, it's 9 a.m.
Okay.
on a Monday, and it's either mayo,
Yeah.
egg. I'll take the. Which one was I supposed to take?
You were supposed to take 5, but then you've got salmonella
Then I
from this
answered
before.
one. I say I answered. See, the question was.
The tell-all book. You said you.
But I gave you the story of who I would put in there.
Yeah.
I just don't know her
You just
name.
don't know her name. Okay.
I
fair.
would say I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm wishing that woman nothing but running stockings. So I wouldn't mind saying her name. I just physically met her once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. No worries. Then
Oh,
you don't,
so I don't
have
have
to.
to? Oh,
Yeah.
thank God.
So thank you
There's
so much.
literally eggs.
Yeah.
Jockey would have actually done this very easily.
Yeah.
Oh, you even separated like egg white and egg yolk?
Yes.
That's filthy. That is horrible. Yuck. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'm glad I answered.
Alrighty. Thank you so much for doing this. This was fun.
Thank
How
you
are
for
you
having me.
feeling?
It was a good time. It was a good time.
All right.
You can follow me on my Instagram, Just Joy Kendi, on my Facebook that I never check, Just Joy Kendi, on my TikTok, Miss.Kendi, because somebody got Just Joy Kendi before I did.
On TikTok.
Yeah, girl. I was late to the party, so that was my fault. And it's fine. She's posting. She's doing really well. I'm really happy for her. I check in on her once in a while. I haven't checked on her in a while,
Actually,
though. I haven't checked in
interesting.
like over a year. I need to...
That
I'll
is
check.
so. If I search, it wouldn't be you.
It's not me. So I don't know if it's still there. But I did check. Like for a couple of months, I just used to be like, "How you doing?"
Hey, girl. Hey.
And sometimes she would repost my own content. And she was very respectful. Here's the thing. If you don't steal somebody, like, it's fine.
Yeah.
But just be respectful.
Yeah.
I didn't mind that she was reposting. And also, we're not making money on TikTok. So
Yeah.
it's fine.
It's for
We
fun.
post,
It's
yeah.
vibes. Thank you so much for watching this video. We hope you did enjoy it. And if you did, make sure you give this video a like, leave a comment below, and join our amazing SNS family. And of course, go and watch and follow and like and comment on all things Joy Kendi. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next one.
But she said,
Bye.
hey,